Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. So glad you're here with us this morning, joining us for our weekly Coffee with the Principal. I'm so glad that you've taken the time to join us today, and I'm excited to share some updates and some things that are happening and going on. And as always, we have time towards the end to take your questions. So thanks so much for joining us today. Just as a reminder, you've joined the meeting muted. You feel free to use the chat box as needed. Let me just make sure it's on. Yeah, there we go. All right, and we're recording this meeting, and the reason we do that is because not every family can join us at 9 a.m., but families can see the archived version of this on our YouTube channel. So glad you're here. All right, so just some things that are going on in our classrooms. We're excited this week. So one of the things that our teachers have started doing is we know that every year in May, there is statewide academic assessments of student mastery and student progress. Sometimes we call that SBAC. And our teachers are starting to include some review and some preview of some of the types of prompts and questions that kids may see on that, because we want that assessment to be an accurate indicator of what students know and what they learn. So that has started to slowly get introduced in our classrooms, and that'll happen more and more moving forward. So our students can be really successful with that. So this is, I think, 8th grade English class doing that. In our 6th grade classes, our students are continuing to connect learning, writing, research, and real life application of that. So Ms. Sabat started a book, World Without Fish, where she's connecting the grade level standards in reading, in informational texts, as well as with their ecosystems unit that connects to the field trip that they took a little bit ago. So well done to our 6th grade scholars who are moving forward in that. One of the things that I wanted to shout out real quick is our office manager, Mr. Medellin, who's a rock star. And just I noticed he was simultaneously on 2 phone calls the other morning, and so I snapped this picture, and I said, and this is pretty much a typical day for our office manager. So shout out to him for handling our phone calls, for reaching out to families, and for juggling all of that. All right, a couple announcements of things that are happening coming soon, and I want to shout out to Ms. Franklin here in this meeting for being part of our local school leadership council as we looked at this last week. This upcoming week, Local District West is having a Spirit Week, and we've had Spirit Weeks here at Katherine Johnson before. We have certainly done, where each day has a different theme. Local District West is doing this Local District West wide. Now, I want to clarify exactly what is on this Spirit Week, what it is and what it's not, and where you can find more information about it. So Monday is Meet Our Match Monday. Oh, by the way, the theme is March Madness. So if you're a college basketball fan, this may connect with you. If you're a college basketball fan of a team that did lousy this year, I'm a Syracuse fan. It was painful. Then we're not following the tournament, but we have in previous years. Anyway, March Madness, Spirit Week next week, and I want to be very clear about the expectations for that so that there's no confusion about that. So Monday is Meet Our Match Monday, pair up with a class to compete for the best attendance all week. So Monday is a regular uniform day, and we're going to launch an attendance competition between our different advisories. The advisory with the highest percentage of attendance that week will provide them a pizza party either at the end of that week or at the end of next week. So that launches on Monday. On Monday, regular dress code. On Tuesday is Teamwork is the Dream Work Tuesday, and the theme is dress in your favorite sportswear. So what we think this might look like is wear a jersey. If you're if you've got like a Kobe Bryant jersey, or maybe you've got a football jersey, or if you've got like if you've got a uniform that you play tennis in or soccer in or whatever you wear in, that would be appropriate to wear on Tuesday. So very clearly, Tuesday is a modified uniform day for all students. So all students are welcome to wear sportswear or a jersey celebrating a team or something like that, I'll probably wear my New York Mets gear on Tuesday. Wednesday is Wacky Hair Wednesday, where students are encouraged to have crazy hair on that day. I have no idea how that's going to work for me because I struggle with that. But on Wednesday is Crazy Hair Day. Students are welcome to wear their hair in all sorts of crazy ways. Please note that Wednesday is a regular uniform day. So on regular uniform Wednesday, students are wearing their Katherine Johnson STEM Academy uniform. It's not a free dress day. It's come in uniform, but make your hair all wacky. Thursday is Thinking Hats Thursday. Wear your favorite hat to school. Similar to Wednesday, Thursday is also a regular uniform day for all of our students. So Katherine Johnson STEM Academy uniform, but we encourage students to wear like a hat, whether that's a sports hat or any sort of other hat or head covering that is something that they enjoy or a hat that they like doing. But again, Thursday, regular uniform day. And then Friday, 1 week from today, is Fitness Friday, which is similar to Tuesday because it is also a modified uniform day. So students on Friday, the 25th, next Friday, are allowed to wear alternate uniform. But the theme is fitness. So it might be, it might be similar to Tuesday if they wear attire that they would play basketball in or play football in or go out for a run in, things like that. Please don't have them wear attire that they would go swimming in, but other sorts of fitness activities would be really appropriate for them to do. All right, so next week is Spirit Week, and some of the days are regular uniform. 2 of the days students are allowed to wear different uniform, Tuesday and Friday. And I want to be very clear about this because what happens in middle school is sometimes kids go home and say to their parents, oh, it's Spirit Week, it's free dress. And families are like, well, which days? So yeah, this is a way to know. The other way to know is that all of these themed days I have put as events on Schoology. So on Schoology, if you go to Schoology and you click on events, you can see all the events, whether it's Coffee with the Principal or after school tutoring, but also these themed days are on Schoology. So if your kid's ever saying something and you're wondering how do I check this out, verify it, go on Class Dojo. So it's right there. Great question in the chat. Someone just chatted me a question. We're going to get to that in just a second. All right, so another couple things that's coming up next week is next Thursday, March 24th, Fotorama is coming back on campus, and they're going to do 2 things. Number 1 is they're going to take an 8th grade panoramic picture. So one of the things we like to do with our 8th grade classes who are about to culminate is we put them all together, walk them over to the bleachers at Westchester, and they take a nice panoramic picture, and that picture is available for purchase from 8th grade families, and we'll share the link with you, once they take that picture. So it's important that students are in uniform that day. That's the expectation. The other thing that will happen on Thursday is that students who were not here to take the original photo day back in the fall will have an opportunity to get their picture taken. And we do this for the yearbook, but also it is an opportunity for families to purchase photos. So again, uniforms are required. That is Thinking Hat Thursday. So again, students are in uniform, and then we would ask for these photos that they just remove their hat for those photos. All right, one event that is also happening next week that I want to share with you all, and I will put a link directly in the chat, is this local, LAUSD Board District 4, which is the district that includes Katherine Johnson STEM Academy and is represented by board member Nick Melvoin, is hosting a virtual town hall next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And it'll be facilitated by our board member, Mr. Nick Melvoin, and the guest on that will be our new LAUSD superintendent, Mr. Carvalho. And so he will be on there, and they're taking your questions. You do need to register for that, and I've put the link in the chat, bit.ly/B, the number 4 town hall. And so we encourage families who want to meet the new LAUSD superintendent or engage a little bit deeper to check that event out. All right. One of the things I also wanted to share is we are having an opportunity to fundraise next Friday. So one of the things that, if you look over here on the right of our school, we've got, the fence separating Park Hill Drive from our front lawn. And, we've got a STEM banner up there. We've got a Welcome Rockets banner there. But the bulk of it is kind of big, empty space. And what we would like to do is we would like to put up like a decoration on that fence made out of little plastic pieces that form a cool, almost collage celebrating the Rockets here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. And so that costs several $100s to do, but we think we can raise the funds for it by this cool fundraiser that one of our families is leading, and that is a virtual fundraiser that's happening a week from today, to raise money for Katherine Johnson STEM Academy, and it partners with Panda Express. So if you've ever eaten at Panda Express, there's tons of them and they're nationwide. And I'll tell you the cool part about it in just a second. So here's how it works. On Friday the 25th, you go to the Panda Express website, and it's got to be an online order for either pickup or delivery. And if it takes place on Friday, March 25th, and you go to the Panda Express website, you place an order, it asks you for a fundraising code, and you put in the code 907922. Then Panda Express will donate 28% of all of the online orders directly to Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. It's just that day. The order does have to be placed online, but again, you can pick it up at a Panda Express, or you can have them delivered. If you want to go to a Panda Express, stand in the lobby, make the online order right there, and then pick it up right there, that would be great too. What is super cool about this is that this is nationwide. So if you have family, friends, or Twitter followers everywhere, and they do this as well next Friday, that 28% of any orders from Panda come directly to Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. So with your help, I'm super confident that we can next Friday all come together and raise some money that should be sufficient to put up our cool decoration up in the front fence of the school. Another question that I got from a family regarding fundraising was, if a family is not able to participate in this particular fundraiser, but would like to make a donation to Katherine Johnson STEM Academy directly, that can be done. It's not through our PayPal, which is our student store account, but it would just be by writing out a check made out to Katherine Johnson STEM Academy, and we can deposit that check directly as a donation. So if that's easier for you, then some Kung Pao chicken, those are super helpful as well. So hopefully I was able to answer that question. So again, I'll remind everyone next Friday when we do coffee with the principal, but take this image, share it widely. If you've got, like I said, friends, family, and other places across the country, they can do this as well, and it helps our school. All right. Want to follow up with something that was actually brought up last week during coffee with the principal. And one of the families said, is it possible to do something to help the traffic, particularly at the end of the day, with that intersection at Park Hill Drive and 88th Street? And so two things. One is we've reached out to the LA Department of Transportation, and we've made a request to get a crossing guard. And they came back to us and said, well, in order to put a crossing guard there, we actually need a what do you call it? A crosswalk. And so they said, we can help you put in a crosswalk. So we've started the process of submitting an application to get a crosswalk on the south leg of this intersection, which thank you, Google Maps, is basically right where our entrance is. So we've got the crosswalk that the application has been filed to. So that is in motion. One of the things that would also be really helpful is if a parent, say, was not able to donate, money towards a Panda Express or a check or something like that. One of the things we were looking for is a small number of volunteers who'd be willing to come to Katherine Johnson at the end of the day and assist us with the dismissal at that intersection. And so we ordered these nice brand new reflective vests, and we've got our we've got the slow signs in here, the slow and the stop signs in here. So we're super excited about that. And we've put together a sign up page and the link is down there, bit.ly/KJ Traffic. If you would like to come and once a week or once every other week, help us out with dismissal in that place, that would be a tremendous help. We're asking for 30 minutes. Very honestly, dismissal only takes about 10 minutes. So I put 30, so like 10 minutes at the beginning if you had questions, or 10 minutes at the end if you needed to check in or anyway. But if you were willing to help in that particular way, that would be much appreciated. All right. Let's see what's next. Okay, COVID updates. So we continue to test weekly here at Katherine Johnson STEM Academy. Kids are testing as we speak. We have had now, I don't know, a bunch of consecutive weeks with 0 positive tests. That continues to be the trend. We've plateaued at 0, which is a good place. And for the time being, Katherine Johnson STEM Academy is continuing to test weekly, and that's the case for the time being. For the time being, when students are outdoors, masks are optional. When students are in classrooms and indoors, masks are required. There's a lot of talk, in the news and all this stuff about, what's happening in LA Unified. Earlier this week, the district sent out a message that basically said that we're continuing to be based on science as we look at COVID-19 protocols, and the district is working collaboratively with the labor partners across the district to update the policy in a way that ensures the safety of our students and our team members at all schools. So I'll also tell you this, LAUSD tends to drop news on Friday afternoons. So if you are really interested in this, follow them on Twitter and see if there's any updates shared this afternoon. Might happen, might not, but as long as the policy is the same, we still continue to follow the policy. So that is it in terms of all of the updates. Let me just take a minute and pause and stop the share and see what questions folks might have about anything I've shared already. So time for your questions. Question in the chat, what time is tonight's basketball game? Tonight's basketball game is the earliest we've ever had it. It's at 4:30. It is at Park Century, which is in Culver City. And it's the last basketball game. So if you haven't had an opportunity to see our basketball team play and you've got time to be able to see them, we would welcome you to be able to see them play. So great question. Thank you.
Just a quick clarification on the spirit or the March Madness week for Tuesday. Do they wear the jersey with their uniform pants, or are they allowed? Okay.
They can wear shorts. They can wear a jersey and jeans, or that's fine.
Okay.
Great question.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. There's a question. Is there going to be an in-person 8th grade graduation that parents and families can attend? The answer is yes. Let me, as I take more questions, I'm going to look for the link on the website that shares more information about it. We're still a ways out, but I have the time and the date available. So here we go. It's all right here. Okay. So it's Friday, June 10th. Ceremony begins at 2:45 in the afternoon. Where can you, and there's another question, where can I purchase a school sweatshirt? Great question. There is a link as well. That is a DocuSign form that I will put in the chat. Give me a second, Ms. Chambers, and I'll put that link in the chat. I have to find it. And that's where you can purchase sweatshirts. What other questions do folks have? It's the hoodie link.
Are we doing, are you guys doing like campus visits for new students, or are they, I know it was a virtual tour before. Is it still virtual, or are you doing those in person now?
Currently it's still virtual, but I'm looking at a couple. I'm working with our operations folks to see what we would need to do to get in person in place, and what that might mean is doing it. What that might mean is doing it on a like doing it like in an afternoon or on a Saturday or something when there's not necessarily students around. But because I know that there are like elementary school families who are like, oh, they want to come by and see what we're like, and that's the best way to do it. Great question. So once we open that up for tours, I'll send that out via the update. Some of you have gone to our website and there's a link that says sign up for our newsletter. If you get the emails that I send on Friday or Saturday with the Zoom link, or sorry, with the YouTube recording of this, then you're on that. But that's where we'll also send out the updates on tours and things like that. Also, real quick, I found the link to purchase a hoodie. It's right there in the chat. I thought it was something like that, bit.ly/KJSA hoodie. So if you're looking for a hoodie for your child, that is where you can get one. Great questions, everybody. What additional questions might folks have?
I put one in the chat. Is there going to be any type of like 8th grade dance or some special event for the graduating class?
Sure, yes. And so right now, Miss Alejandre and Miss Casimir are our 8th grade advisories, and they're working on putting together some activities for 8th graders as we get closer to the end of the year. They're actually working on one right now that should be happening in late March or early April. So be on the lookout for information from Miss Alejandre and Miss Casimir about those opportunities. Great question.
Thank you.
Any other questions that folks might have? All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Thanks for all your questions. Again, you all have my email. If anything pops up in your minds anytime soon, shoot me a question. But other than that, I will look forward to seeing you all next Friday here. And have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.